come to them. I can't do anything. It was really, really hard for me.
But I think it brought out the best in both sides, from the mother and even the children, that let's not cry, let's not show our weaknesses, because we need to support and be strong for each other. That's a beautiful, beautiful message. And here's the thing, how long did you have to go through this? A year? Because you said you found out 5 months before she got married, so you got married, your mom was able to walk with you, and how long was the treatment?
The treatment was, I think, 2.5 months.
Oh, quick, relatively, but very draining.
Every day.
Actually, that's worse pa nga pag sunod-sunod yung treatment mo versus it's spaced out.
Yeah.
If you don't mind my asking, Tita, what stage? Because that also counts, diba?
I was stage 1, B2.
That's when you know you can fight. I mean, every stage is you can fight.
Yes.
But that's when you know kayang-kaya to.
Yes.
Stage 1. Stage 1 is very doable.
Yes.
Diba? So, 2.5 months of tad-tad treatments, I'm sure. And that's even what makes you so weak. By the time you walked in Andy's wedding, you were in the clear?
Oh yeah, I was fine. And
there's a good story. There's a happy ending to
I
this.
was even able to help her choose her makeup artist, cake.
You get back into the swing of things.
Yeah, so I was able to help her in her wedding preparations, and I walked down the aisle also with her.
This was like, I can see this one.
Yeah, and I remember when we found out, I was like, okay, what's gonna happen? Is she gonna be in my wedding? You know, all these things happen in your mind, like all these questions. But yeah, she was strong enough during my wedding. She was even dancing after my wedding. Yeah, she was even dancing. So it was a fun moment, and it was those few months that we actually had that scare for cervical cancer. It really did change our whole perspective, how we actually looked at our mom, how I looked at how this, how I saw this sickness and how it can affect so many people, diba? And it's good that this sickness, that cervical cancer, can actually be prevented.
And here's the thing, you can win it. And just like the Rose, she won it. That deserves a big, big round of applause. Let's give them a round of applause for giving us hope, for showing us that yes, there's a journey to be fought, there's a war to be fought when you find out, but it's actions. It's you knew you had to go, have yourself checked, and get the treatment. You had a plan, you knew how to deal with it. And there is life after finding out you had cervical cancer and you move on. It's also a different perspective, I'm sure. Andy, this is where I want to touch on now. You're a mother yourself. After seeing your mom, and especially here in our beautiful, very significant awareness campaign that we're trying out, you want to spread the word yourself too.
Yes.
What are your plans for your future? Or
I've had vaccinations. I'm already done with the whole vaccine, and that was my mom's first request. Okay, since I have this, you all get vaccine.
Yep.
So she would always make it a point, because it's spread out, but the whole vaccine is spread out. So she would always remember the date. She would always have a reminder. She would, okay, in
0, 6 months, and a year.
Basically a countdown to our next vaccination, because she knew how important it was. So
you took the initiative to make sure to pass it on. It's hereditary, right, Doctores? Not necessarily. It can affect anyone. That's the thing. It can affect anyone. So it's nice to know there's something out there. Why don't you protect yourself? That's the choice. Now you heard it from your mom. I had to go through this. Hopefully you won't. That's why take this step to move forward and protect yourself, because you have a choice. Will you also be doing that too, Olivia?
Yes. Of course. So when she comes of age, definitely. I think not just me. She would like make me say, do the vaccine now.
Any message for I mean, thank you for sharing your wonderful, wonderful story. But the message out here, because it's a nice, intimate group to share your story, the way you had to deal with it. Anything you'd like to say to our friends from the media, the press who are present here today?
For me, it was just, just remembering it now. I know it's been 3 years, and sometimes, you forget about it, and it's just the emotions that keep coming back, remembering how we found out, how hard it was seeing my mom again and picturing it. it was such a difficult stage, and really you get vaccinated also for yourself, but also for the people around you. Because if you love the people around you, you're actually going to be vaccinated. You actually go through, you'll get yourself vaccinated because you don't want people to see you suffer. You don't want people to go through that whole emotional roller coaster. I mean, it can be prevented. So might as well get that vaccine, make that choice, make the right choice actually. Yeah.
No, you can and you will. Thank you. A round of applause for Tita Rose and Andi, please. You really wouldn't want anyone to go through what you went through, right? But hey, guess what? That's why we have someone who's also